everyone, thanks for checking out yet another definitive Commander's Brew top 10 list right here on our YouTube. If you like what you're seeing here, you know what to do. Hitting subscribe, leaving a comment is very helpful. If you want to get involved directly with the show, you can check out Patreon, patreon.com/commandersbrew. Over there, you can join our Discord and actually help us brew the decks. It's a lot of fun. Play games with people, chat with us, with other listeners. It's a lot of fun. Patreon.com/commandersbrew. Check it out. But without further ado, we're going to bring you another definitive top 10 list this week. Here we go.
Kaldheim is upon us. This set is themed all in like Viking mythology. That's the inspiration for it. It evokes images of Thor and Thor's relatives. Obviously, the Magic IP doesn't use those exact characters. Sort of Magic has created their own versions, but the most iconic thing is probably Thor's hammer. So in honor of that, we are bringing you the definitive. There's been other hammers in the past. This is the definitive list of top 10 hammers. Top 10 hammers.
Just in general, top 10 hammers.
Top 10 hammers.
Right?
Number 10,
Exactly.
Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, right? This is the hammer that inspired it all and does make the list just barely at number 10. The hammer that inspired so many others.
Now, I bet you thought that would appear a little higher on the list, considering this is in honor of Kaldheim and it is about Norse mythology, and we are talking about the top 10 hammers. But no, this is only at number 10, just to show you we have 9 better hammers coming your way. Next, number 9 on the list, the Hammer of Nazan. Of course. It's the 4-mana legendary artifact equipment. Whenever it or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you can attach it to target creature you control. So automatically, you just get to do it. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible. This is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's gone up in price in the last few years, and that's because of its usefulness, because of its power level. Equips for 4, but it's well worth it. Hammer and Nazan, number 9.
Yeah, number 8, partly because of the price, coming in a little bit higher, is Loxodon and Warhammer. 3 generic for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+0, has trample and lifelink, and it equips for 3. Trample and lifelink is a great combination. Loxodon and Warhammer has been a staple of Commander for years. I think it first came out in like 2011, maybe M11. I don't know. Mirrored M9. It was in 9th edition at least. I don't even know. But its mainstay in the game of Commander earned it spot number 8.
Coming in at number 7 on the top 10 hammers list is a hammer, but it's also the skull from Territorial Hammer Skull. When you can have a natural organic part of one's body become a hammer, it naturally must then be better than most other hammers, right? This is number 7 on the list, but also this card pretty much dominated the limited format that it was in. This was like a high pick for a common 2/3. Usually you'd often pick this over many other cards of higher rarity in the set. The skull. The skull is, if you'll excuse the term, the heart of the card, the heart of the dinosaur. It's the hammer. It's number 7.
Yes. Number 6 in top 10 hammers is Warhammer 40K. Set in the distant future, where a stagnant human civilization is beset by hostile aliens and supernatural creatures. It's got everything. Humans, aliens, supernatural monsters wielding mystic, futuristic weaponry and magical powers is enough to lock Warhammer 40K at number 6 on top 10 definitive hammers.
Coming in at number 5, midway through the list of the top 10 hammers, we have one that Magic players will recognize, and the number 5 top 10 of the top 10 hammers is Coth of the Hammer. The 2 red, 3 loyalty planeswalker can untap mountains. They become 4/4 elementals for +1. You minus to them. Add red to your mana pool for each mountain you control, and then you can -5. You get an emblem with mountains you control tap, and they deal 1 damage to target creature or player. This is a card that is a staple of many cubes. This was, I think, a really good like a burn card back in the day. This is the only planeswalker that's of any tool, let alone the hammer. So Coth of the Hammer is in the top 10 hammers at number 5. I'm jealous you get to read this next one.
Sure. Number 4. Do you want to take number 4?
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Switch it up. Well, this way you get to read the number 1 one.
Sure.
This is Van Hammer. That's right. Van Hammer. Just like if you were like me and you watched the WCW in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, you know Van Hammer. You know that Van Hammer came in and had a gimmick that didn't really roll. He was a rock and roll hair rocker kind of guy. But once he joined Raven's Flock, that's when Van Hammer really took off. He feuded with DDP. He I believe it was for the U.S. title. He did lose that title, but Van Hammer left a mark on wrestling and on all of us, especially that sort of golden era of that Attitude / NWO era of WCW wrestling in the 90s. Van Hammer, welcome to the top 10 hammers at number 4.
Yeah. We're going to bring you into number 3, a magic card that is silver bordered. In fact, it's a contraption. It's the Turbo Thwacking Auto Hammer. It's the contraption, if you remember, from Unstable. Whenever you crank Turbo Thwacking Auto Hammer, target creature gains double strike on end of turn. Does anybody remember how contraptions work? Maybe, but there's one of the reasons this made the list is because of the sheer number of hammers that was on there. I guess that just goes to put into context, Warhammer having 40,000 hammers only got it to number 6.
Yeah.
This only needs the 12.5 that's on here to make it to number 3.
Number 2, just being edged out of the number 1 spot. This is a personal favorite of mine. It's the Hammer of Perforos. Listen, you need a budget version of a card that can give your whole team haste, but have another upside. 1 red legendary enchantment artifact. Creatures you control have haste. 2 in a red, tap, sacrifice a land, put a 3/3 colorless golem enchantment creature token onto the battlefield. Listen, yes, that card that ability is barely ever used. Yes, this is just granting our creatures haste and allowing us to win the game, because whatever deck you have this in, trust me, haste is a very important ability. But that ability that never gets used, sometimes it does get used, and it's the difference between you're about to die because they didn't count your blockers correctly, and that is the true value of Hammer of Perforos. Love this card. The number 2 hammer of all time.
Yeah, tough to beat. That is a great hammer, but just barely squeaking in at number 1. It's the Stanley Fat Max 20-ounce smooth face nailing hammer, 5 3/4 inch steel handle. Do I need to tell you why this is the top hammer? 75% larger strike face for improved striking accuracy, anti-vibe technology to minimize vibration and shock at impact. It's got torsion control stabilizers, exclusive rim temper, forged one-piece steel, slip resistant handle, precision balanced. No question, this is the greatest hammer. This is the top hammer.
This is the Cadillac of hammers, okay?
This is the Cadillac of hammers.
And I just want to say that, like, quickly, like, this is a work of art. This isn't just a hammer. This is a work of art. If you were thinking of, like, say, using this hammer to, hit something other than a nail, I just want to say forget about it, because it says in the title, okay, smooth face nailing hammer. This is a nailing hammer, and that's what makes it so good. It does the job you want it to do. It's, like I said, the Cadillac of hammers. I love it so much. Number 1 easily.
An absolute steal at $25.99 from Ace Hardware.
Absolutely. Can't believe that Simpsons episode is still right today, that a hammer costs $25. Because remember when Homer was dreaming of what he would spend $25 on, and it was just a hammer with a $25 price tag on it. I can't believe that that's still real for such an incredible hammer. Are you kidding me?
A steal.
It's a steal. Everyone go buy one, because if it's like magic, these things are going up in price.
They can only go up.
It's a tradable commodity, hammers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you say we Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for everyone who watched this because, I mean, you need to get the top 10 hammers in your life, and now you know which ones to get. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week with perhaps another top 10 list. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you love what we're doing, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/commandersbrew.
And if you want to get any of the cards from our deck list, go to our TCG Player affiliate link below.
That helps us out too, and for a free way to help us out, consider sharing the show with some friends. Like and subscribe, add a comment or two.
See you later.
Bye.